An Epistle upon an Epistle by Jonathan Swift. From a certain doctor to a certain great lord, being a Christmas box for Dr. Delany. As Jove will not attend on less, when things of more importance press, you can't grave sir believe it hard, that you a low Hibernian bard should cool your heels a while, and wait unanswered at your patron's gate. And would my lord vouchsafe to grant this one poor humble boon, I want free leave to play his secretary, as Falstaff acted old King Harry. One id tell of yours in rhyme and print, folks shrug and cry, there's nothing in't. And after several readings over it, shines most in the marble cover. How could so fine a taste dispense with mean degrees of wit and sense? Nor will my lord so far beguile the wise and learned of our isle to make it pass upon the nation by dint of his sole approbation. The task is arduous, patrons, find to warp the sense of all mankind, who think your muse must first aspire ere he advance the doctor higher. You've cause to say, he meant you well, that you are thankful, who can tell? For still you're a short, which grieves your spirit of his intent, you mean your merit. A quanto rectius tu, adept qui nil maliris tarn, inept tu smedley 3, thou Jonathan of Clogher, when thou thy humble lay dost offer to Grafton's grace, with grateful heart, thy thanks and verse, devoid of art content, with what his bounty gave no larger income, dost thou crave. But you must have cascades, and all Earn's Lake for your canal, your Visto's barges, and a pox on all pride our speaker for your coxswain, for it's pity that he can't bestow you 12 commoners in caps to row you. Thus Edgar proud in days of yore 5 held monarchs laboring at the oar, and as he passed so swelled the D, enraged, as Erne would do at thee. How different is this from Smedley? His name is up, he may in bed lie, who only asks some pretty cure in wholesome soil, and ether pure the garden stored with artless flowers, in either angle shady bowers, no gay parterre with costly green, must in the ambient hedge be seen. But nature freely takes her course, nor fears from him ungrateful force, no shears to check her sprouting vigor, or shape the yews to antic figure. But you forsooth your all must squander on that poor spot called Delville yonder, and when you've been at vast expenses in whims, parterres, canals, and fences, your assets fail, and cash is wanting, nor farther buildings, farther planting. No wonder, when you raise and level, think this wall low, and that wall bevel. Here a convenient box you found, which you demolished to the ground, then built, then took up with your arbor, and set the house to Rupert Barber. You sprang an arch, which in a scurvy humor you tumbled topsy-turvy. You change a circle to a square, then to a circle, as you were, who can imagine whence the fund is that you quadrata change rotundies. To fame a temple you erect a flora, does the dome protect Mounts walks on high, and in a hollow you place the muses, and Apollo there shining, midst his train, to grace your whimsical poetic place. These stories were of old designed as fables, but you have refined the poet's mythologic dreams to real muses, gods, and streams. Who would not swear when you contrive thus that you're a Don Quixote redivivus? Beneath a dry canal there lies, which only winter's rain supplies. O couldst thou by some magic spell hither convey St. Patrick's well 6 here, may it reassume its stream, and take a greater Patrick's name. If your expenses rise so high, what income can your wants supply? Yet still you fancy you inherit a fund of such superior merit, that you can't fail of more provision, all by my lady's kind decision. For the more livings you can fish up, you think you'll sooner be a bishop. That could not be my lord's intent, nor can it answer the event. Most think what has been heaped on you to other sort of folk was due, rewards too great for your flimflams, epistles, riddles, epigrams. Though now your depth must not be sounded, the time was when you'd have compounded for less than Charlie Grattan's school. £500 a year's no fool. Take this advice then from your friend to your ambition. Put an end, be frugal, pat, pay what you owe before you build, and you bestow. Be modest, nor address your betters with begging vain familiar letters. A passage may be found 7 I've heard in some old Greek or Latian bard, which says, would crows in silence eat their offals, or their better meat their generous feeders, not provoking by loud and inharmonious croaking, they might unhurt by envy's claws live on, and stuff to boot their maws. Footnote 1 King Henry, the 4th Part 1 Act Roman 2, Scene 4 WEB. Footnote 2, adapted from Hor Epist ad Pisons, 140 WEB. Footnote 3c, the petition to the Duke of Grafton, post p. 345 WEB. Footnote 4, alluding to Dr. Delany's ambitious choice of fixing in the island of the Lake of Arran, where Sir Ralph Gore had a Villa Scott. Footnote 5, when residing at Chester, he obliged 8 of his tributary princes to row him in a barge upon the D. Hum's History of England. Vol. IP 106 WEB. Footnote 6, which had suddenly dried up c. post Vol. Roman 2 verses on the sudden drying up of St. Patrick's Well, near Trinity College, Dublin Web. Footnote 7, Hor Epist, lib I Roman 1750. Sed Tacitus pascae si corvus posset, haberat plus dapes, et rixi multo, minus invidique. I append the original for the sake of Swift's very free rendering, WEB.